More than 1.9 billion people around the world find inspiration in the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. Born over 1400 years ago, he is considered the last and final prophet in Islam. His life, though rooted in ancient Arabia, continues to resonate across time and cultures. Understanding Muhammad's life and legacy is crucial to understanding the faith he brought forth. This essay delves into the life and legacy of Prophet Muhammad, exploring his early years, his divine mission, and the challenges he faced. We will examine his profound teachings on faith, ethics, and community. Finally, we will look at his enduring impact on the world and the billions who follow his path. By understanding Muhammad's journey, we can better grasp the essence of Islam and its message of peace, submission to God, and compassion for all. His life serves as a guiding light for Muslims, reminding them of the importance of faith, perseverance, and striving for justice in all aspects of life. Learning about Muhammad is not just for Muslims, however. His story offers valuable lessons for everyone, regardless of their faith or background. Muhammad was born in Mecca, a bustling trading center in Arabia, around the year 570 CE. Orphaned at a young age, he was raised by his uncle, Abu Talib. Life in Mecca was harsh, with tribal warfare and social injustices commonplace. Even as a young man, Muhammad was known for his honesty, integrity, and thoughtfulness. He was deeply troubled by the social ills surrounding him and often sought solace and contemplation in the nearby hills. His reputation as a trustworthy and upright individual earned him the nickname Al-Sadiq, the truthful, and Al-Amin, the trustworthy. This strong moral compass would later become a cornerstone of his teachings. Though he lived in a society steeped in idolatry, Muhammad felt a deep yearning for a more meaningful connection with the divine. This yearning paved the way for his profound spiritual transformation. When Muhammad was 40 years old, his life took a dramatic turn. While meditating in a cave on Mount Hira, he received his first revelation from God through the angel Gabriel. This event, known as the Night of Power and Destiny, Laylat al-Qadr, marked the beginning of his prophetic mission. The revelations, which continued for 23 years, formed the verses of the Quran, Islam's holy book. The central message of these revelations was the oneness of God, Allah, and the importance of surrendering to his will. Muhammad was initially hesitant and overwhelmed by the magnitude of his divine calling. However, with the unwavering support of his wife Khadijah and his close companion Abu Bakr, he embraced his destiny as the messenger of God. He began preaching the message of Islam, calling for a return to the worship of one God, the rejection of idolatry, and the establishment of a just and equitable society. This message, though simple in its essence, would have a profound impact on the course of history. Muhammad's message of monotheism and social justice challenged the established order of Meccan society. His call to abandon traditional idols and embrace a new way of life was met with fierce resistance, particularly from the wealthy and powerful elite who benefited from the existing system. Despite facing ridicule, hostility, and even physical persecution, Muhammad remained resolute in his mission. He continued to preach with unwavering conviction, attracting a growing number of followers who were drawn to his message of hope, equality, and spiritual enlightenment. The persecution intensified, and Muhammad's followers were subjected to boycotts, torture, and even death. In the face of this adversity, the Prophet urged his followers to remain steadfast in their faith and to respond to hatred with patience and compassion. Despite the hardships they endured, the early Muslims found solace and strength in their shared beliefs and the unwavering support they provided each other. Section 5. The Hijra, a Journey of Hope. As the persecution in Mecca reached a fever pitch, God commanded Muhammad and his followers to migrate to the city of Yathrib, later renamed Medina, meaning the city of the Prophet. This event, known as the Hijra, marked a turning point in Islamic history. In 622 CE, facing imminent danger, the Prophet and his followers embarked on a perilous journey to Medina. They left behind their homes, possessions, and loved ones, seeking refuge and the freedom to practice their faith. The Hijra was not merely a physical journey, it was a spiritual migration, a testament to the Muslims' unwavering faith and their commitment to preserving their community. It marked the beginning of a new chapter in Islamic history, one in which Muslims would establish a society governed by the principles of Islam. The Hijra also holds great significance in the Islamic calendar, marking the start of the Islamic lunar calendar. It serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made by the early Muslims and the importance of standing up for one's beliefs, even in the face of adversity. Section 6. Building a community in Medina. Upon arriving in Medina, Muhammad was warmly welcomed by its people who had invited him to mediate their intertribal conflicts. He quickly set about establishing a cohesive and just society based on Islamic principles, drafting the Constitution of Medina. This document, considered one of the earliest written constitutions in history, outlined the rights and responsibilities of all citizens, regardless of their faith. It fostered a sense of unity and cooperation between Muslims and the Jewish and pagan tribes residing in Medina. Muhammad's leadership in Medina extended beyond religious matters. He played an active role in resolving disputes, establishing economic fairness, and promoting social welfare. He established a system of charity known as zakat to help the poor and needy, and he emphasized the importance of education, both religious and secular. Under Muhammad's guidance, Medina transformed into a thriving and harmonious community, serving as a model for future Muslim societies. Section 7. The Struggle for Peace Military Campaigns. Despite his commitment to peace, Muhammad and his followers faced ongoing hostility from the Meccans, who were determined to crush the burgeoning Muslim community. This led to a series of battles, including the battles of Badr, Uhud, and the Trench. It is crucial to understand that these military engagements were defensive in nature, fought to protect the Muslim community from aggression and preserve its right to exist. Muhammad always sought peaceful resolutions and engaged in warfare only as a last resort. Even in the midst of conflict, Muhammad emphasized compassion and mercy. He forbade the killing of non-combatants, such as women, children, the elderly, and religious figures. He also insisted on the humane treatment of prisoners of war. These principles, enshrined in Islamic teachings, were revolutionary for their time and continue to inform the conduct of warfare in Islam today.
Section 8. The Triumphant Return to Mecca. In 630 CE, after years of conflict, Muhammad and his followers, now a formidable force, returned to Mecca. Their entry was not marked by bloodshed or revenge, but by an act of forgiveness and reconciliation. Muhammad, in a gesture of extraordinary magnanimity, pardoned the Meccans who had persecuted him and his followers, demonstrating the true meaning of compassion and forgiveness. This act of mercy had a profound impact, leading to the mass conversion of Meccans to Islam. Upon entering the Kaaba, the holiest shrine in Islam, Muhammad destroyed the idols that had been placed there, reclaiming the Kaaba for the worship of one God. This event, known as the Conquest of Mecca, marked a turning point in Arabian history and solidified the Prophet's influence. With Mecca under Muslim control, Islam spread rapidly throughout the Arabian Peninsula. By the time of Muhammad's death in 632 CE, most of Arabia had embraced Islam, laying the foundation for the Islamic Empire that would emerge in the following decades. Section 9. The Enduring Legacy of Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad's legacy extends far beyond the borders of Arabia. He is revered by over 1.9 billion Muslims worldwide as the final messenger of God, and his teachings continue to shape the lives of individuals and communities across the globe. His emphasis on the oneness of God, the importance of prayer, charity, fasting, and pilgrimage form the 5 pillars of Islam, shaping the daily lives of Muslims. His teachings on ethics, morality, and social justice provide a framework for a just and compassionate society. Muhammad's life serves as a timeless reminder of the power of faith, perseverance, and compassion. He is remembered not only as a prophet but also as a gifted leader, a social reformer, and a compassionate human being who dedicated his life to sharing God's message of peace, equality, and justice. His legacy continues to inspire millions to strive for a more just and equitable world. By understanding his life and teachings, we can all learn valuable lessons about faith, leadership, and the importance of building bridges of understanding and compassion in an increasingly interconnected world.